Hello and welcome back. Today we're working on a brand new 14-day challenge for better mental health. Today we're working on imposter syndrome. Now, if you've been following the press, you would have seen a few days ago, certainly in the music press, that Justin Bieber put out a statement on Instagram. And in that statement, he was talking about his suffering with imposter syndrome. Let's take a look at what he said. He said, "People told me my whole life, wow, Justin, you deserve that. And I personally have always felt unworthy, like I was a fraud. Like when people told me I deserved something. Made me feel sneaky. Like, damn, if only they knew my thoughts. How judgmental am I? How selfish I really am. They wouldn't be saying this. I say all this to say, if you feel sneaky, welcome to the club. I definitely feel unequipped and unqualified most days." So that's his thoughts, and that's what he's suffering with. But in my world, it comes down to a simple belief system. But first, let's look at some of the common symptoms of imposter syndrome. The first is persistent self-doubt. When you constantly question your achievements and you're constantly doubting yourself. Next is the fear of being exposed as a fraud, feeling that you don't deserve your success and that eventually others will find you out. Next, when you attribute your success to luck, believing your accomplishments are due to luck, timing, or other circumstances. Now, my definition of imposter syndrome is simple unworthiness. Unworthiness is a belief system that you learn growing up. Now, what happened back then doesn't matter because you can't go back in time and change it. What you can change now is the belief that you're unworthy. And today, I'm going to share a simple visualization technique that will help you achieve that. You see, the mind doesn't know the difference between something real and something imagined. So we can implant a memory simply by visualizing it, and your mind will accept it as real. So today, we're going to imagine a reconnection between you in the present and your younger self from the past. And in this moment, you can imagine imparting some good advice to your younger self. Let me walk you through what we're going to do today. We're going to do some tapping, some visualizing, and then afterwards, you're going to let me know in the comments over the next 14 days what's changed? How are you feeling? Is it softening? Are you feeling better? Okay, so the first thing I'd like you to do is take a slow, deep breath. It's time to just relax. Time to let me guide you. You don't need to think in this moment. You just need to listen and treat this as a guided meditation with a little bit of tapping thrown in. Now, one of the most powerful acupuncture points is the collarbone. It's the highest density or collection of acupuncture points on the body. So all I want you to do during this procedure is to simply tap around with the tips of the fingers, or you can just tap with the palm of the hand across the collarbone. Next thing I'd like you to do is close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath. Just allow my words to guide you. Allow my words to become your own. Take a slow, deep breath. We're going to be working with 3 affirmations today. I am worthy. I am enough. I deserve. And I'll throw in an extra one. It's safe to be me. Now, during this tap, I want you just to allow your imagination to go back in your past. As we tap the collarbone, as we take some slow, deep breaths, I'd like you just to imagine that a version of you from the present, the now, has the ability in your mind to go back in time. This feeling of unworthiness, all the symptoms of the imposter syndrome, these would have had a root, a starting point. So in your mind, go back to a time where your younger self was young, when you first started feeling that sense of unworthiness. You may have been 4 or 5. You could have been 10 or 15. You could have been older. But at some point in your past, you have felt unworthy. And you would have felt that way growing up. And it's still with you now, no matter how old you are. But that feeling has become a belief system. Today, we're going to change that belief system. You from the present are going to go back in your past and reconnect to your younger self. At that moment in time, your younger self was very afraid, very alone, feeling not good enough. Everything that version of you had done probably wasn't appreciated or was criticized. And in your mind, as a younger version of you, you come to the conclusion it's your fault. You're not good enough. You're not worthy. You don't deserve. It could even be a trauma that happened that you can remember. If it is, how old were you? If you can't remember, just go back to a younger version of yourself. Take a deep breath. I want you to imagine that a version of you from the present has gone back to the house where you lived when you believed this first started, this feeling. And I want you to imagine that your younger self is home alone on this day and that you walk in. You go and find your younger self. This is you from the present. Take a deep breath. Keep tapping the collarbone. Now I want you to imagine you walk in that house, you find your younger self, and as soon as you do, your younger self immediately has a sense of knowing who you are. I want you to imagine your younger self running over and giving you a big hug. That moment of reconnection. Take a deep breath. Keep tapping the collarbone. If there's any emotion, just allow it to release. During this exercise, you will act as the conduit to release that suppressed emotion from your younger self. I want you to imagine that you give your younger self a hug. You tell your younger self you're from the future. You've come back with some updates. And you tell your younger self, no matter what was going on at this time, it's not their fault. And that you are loved, you are worthy, you are good enough, you deserve. Imagine the relief as you give your younger self a big hug. And you can feel that release in the present. All that suppressed emotion, all that unworthiness now releasing through you in the present. Take a deep breath. Keep tapping the collarbone. Even though I felt this way when I was young, it was not my fault. It's how I was made to feel by what was going on around me at the time. And this can be any moment in time. Take a deep breath. I now surrender to myself, to my inner child in complete trust. And I act as the release mechanism in the present. And I'm here with an update. Give your younger self a hug. Tell your younger self they are good enough, they are worthy, they deserve, they are loved, they are supported. And that the future is safe. And that it's safe to be you, safe to be me. Take a deep breath and relax and let go. We're just going to work with a few affirmations. I want you to imagine what your younger self might say back. Your younger self may say, "It's all my fault. This happened, that happened." You can smile and reassure your younger self that it doesn't matter in the present. You're loved and supported. You're never alone. And now you can release through me. Take a deep breath. Keep tapping the collarbone. I am worthy. I am enough. I deserve. It's safe to be me. Now I want you to allow this visualization to clear. You can give your younger self a hug. You can tell your younger self you'll be back another time. but you're always watching from afar, always there in the background, and that you are loved. You are worthy, you are good enough, you deserve. Allow that image to clear in your mind. Take a deep breath. Open your eyes, return to the present. Well done. Stop tapping and relax. Now, it doesn't take long to imagine a version of events from the past, a reconnection with your younger self. Your brain doesn't know the difference between something imagined and something that's real. And if you come back here for 14 days and every day you practice one or even multiple times, each time you do, it will sink in. There'll be an update. Your younger self will not spend the rest of his growing years believing that he's not good enough. And that will validate you in the present, give you that approval that you've always sought from an external source like a parent or a sibling. But now you're understanding that it's about you validating yourself. You going back in time and telling yourself what he needed to hear at the time but didn't. You are responsible for your inner child. And it is my belief that you can go back and change things in your mind. So please join me every day for the next 14 days. And if you know another friend or family member that suffers from imposter syndrome, like I know I have in the past, then forward this video, share it. Give people that opportunity to go back in the past and make amends. Realign their beliefs so that they can live their best life in the present. Now, I've had the fortune to coach thousands of people over the last 20, 30 years. And a lot of those people suffered from unworthiness, imposter syndrome. A lot of those people overcome all of those issues because they surrendered to themselves in complete trust. They tapped away the feelings, the emotions, and they used their imagination to change their beliefs. And you can do the same. So thank you for joining me. I hope it was helpful. And remember, like, subscribe, comment, give me feedback on how this is helping or not. I need to know if this experimental tap is going to be something that's going to help you and be of benefit. And remember, if you need a great coach to work one-on-one with, then check out my details in the description below. And I look forward to coaching you one day soon. Cheers.